absolute music legend, the one and only Boy George, joins us live right after this.
Yeah.
I won't give up my life, my heart,
Oppan Gangnam Style.
They might have Psy, but guess what? Guess who we've got? He's one of the music industry's most recognisable faces, a singer, songwriter and DJ whose career has spanned more than 30 years.
Yep, Boy George has gone from 80s chart topper to spinning the decks at some of the biggest venues in the world, and now he's back down under on the Aussie leg of his current world tour. Singer, DJ and all-round pop culture icon, Boy George needs little introduction.
you come and go, you come and go. Come a chameleon.
Kick-starting his career as the frontman of 80s chart toppers Culture Club, the group sold over 100 million singles and 50 million albums worldwide.
Do you really want to hurt me?
He went on to apply his Midas touch to an array of projects, from a successful solo career
Like you turn it on.
and even an award-winning autobiographical West End musical. But it's his day job as a world-renowned DJ that brings him to our shores this time round for a world tour alongside longtime collaborator and fellow DJ Marc Vedo. And he joins us now live from our Melbourne studio, along
Hey,
with
that one of those people in that clip wasn't me.
It wasn't him.
It
Who was it?
brilliant. I don't know, some fan. It wasn't me.
You know what? It was probably that Psy guy. He's creeping into everything now.
No, there's the guy from Australia is an Australian fan who does a lookalike, and he's great, but that wasn't me. It was brilliant. I was like, wow, I look very different.
Just before we carry
Flattered.
on, just before we carry on, you are you, right? You're not the impersonator guy. You're really you.
You know, I'm unfortunately, I am me, yes.
It's been a year since you've been back here. We're glad that you've come back. You don't mind it here?
Sorry?
It's been a year since you've been here.
I was here about 6 years ago, actually, yeah. The last time I was in Melbourne was about 6 years ago, and I was also in Sydney. Oh, in Sydney, because you're in Sydney. Yeah.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve, I was in Sydney.
Yes, yeah, to Australia, I meant.
Yes,
so
yes,
you like it down here?
I love it. I love it. I'm actually really excited to be here. I was really glad they let me in, actually.
Yeah, right. Well, we made sure of that because you were coming on the show.
They were lovely. They were absolutely lovely.
Yeah. Hey, tell us about what Australian fans can expect from you now, because you're a bit like that song, a bit like that Chameleon song. Keep changing all of the time. What are we looking at? What are we listening to with you now?
Well, at the moment, I'm here to DJ. I'm a dance DJ, so I play house music. And I travel all over the world doing that. I've been doing it for 20 years, and it's been a kind of amazing second career for me. But it's kind of under the radar, so if you're not into house music, you probably won't get it. But it's not anything to do with nostalgia or the past. It's very kind of progressive and modern.
And is that at odds with what you used to do with Culture Club?
It's different because, you know, when you do a concert, you can take people through a whole array of emotions, whereas DJing, everybody wants to kind of be up, and in a good mood. So it's a different experience emotionally, but it's still great when you've got a whole club going crazy to what you're playing. It's just like doing a gig.
Marc, collaborator, manager, probably pretty good mate of Boy George there. I don't want some fancy pants, you know, synthetic, well-rehearsed answer. What's he like, mate? What is this man like?
He's a lot of fun. He's a funny guy. He gets on my nerves sometimes, but he's all right. No, we've been good friends for quite a long time, and we travel all over the world, and we're just on this world tour at the moment.
And he gets 50% for his plane.
Yeah, you know, it pays the bills.
Yeah.
How long does he spend in makeup, Marc? You always having to drag him out of makeup?
He was in it longer than me.
No, it's the first time I've put makeup on for a long time.
It's a slippery slope.
He spends 2 hours, and I think I spent about 10 minutes.
About 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was just, my next question was, how does the collaboration work? But I think we've just seen it. You start and finish each other's sentences, and there is a music magic made.
Yeah, we kind of make tracks together, obviously dance tracks together. I kind of deal with the kind of melodies and the kind of singing part of it. You know, I work with other singers Marc does the kind of technical stuff, the music, the beats and things like that.
Yeah.
Is there one track that gets everyone up on the dance floor, George? Like, what is it that will always
At
get
the
people up?
moment, it's a track by Nice 7 and it's called Space Needle. That's my favourite kind of house track at the moment.
Close. Mine is Nice 7, but it's called Back to the Old School.
There you go.
Well, Larry's familiar with both of them. What's your favourite of those two?
Yeah,
Larry?
I like the. I do a nice mix of the two. I just like to get both of the the genres stuck.
Also, did you know that today's National Coming Out Day? So if you want to tell us anything...
Yeah, well, I did try and do the makeup yesterday, Boy George, once we made this big announcement. And I looked all right too, didn't I?
Yeah, you could totally rock some guy liner.
I like your blusher, though.
So do you like looking back, Boy George, or do you not like looking back? We played that clip. We showed one impersonator. There are probably thousands around the world. Do you like that there is that much culture about the Culture Club still buzzing around?
Well, no. I'm going to do Culture Club again next year, and we're writing a new record right now. But no, I'm very proud of what I did. You know, I look back at it in a way that old me is like a cartoon character. I know him, but I'm very different to him now.
Okay.
But did you have to evolve and move on, George, to still be going so strong in this industry? You've evolved.
Well, I think it's what I do. I make music, I entertain. I can't do anything else. there's no choice in the matter. I just have to do this. It's kind of my calling, really.
Yeah. And Marc, do you have a say in that as a collaborator and manager? Do you have a say in, you know, the future and what the next look and what the next sound is?
Oh no, not the look.
Not quite the look, but I do have, you know, we talk a lot about what we want to do, where we're going, you know, the kind of music and the places we want to play at. So we're always changing, you know, year on year where we want to be. So this year we did a huge residency in Ibiza, and that was kind of the plan because Ibiza is the clubbing capital of the world. And you know, next year we've got slightly different plans. We want to do America. So it's always, you know, always changing, keeping things interesting, and obviously the music as well evolves with it all.
He's young and professional, and that sort of rubs off on me.
All right, guys, good fun chat. Good luck with the rest of your tour.
Thank you.
A great treat to have you on the show with us
And
this morning.
see you on Saturday at Nevermind in Sydney.
Oh,
Sunday.
you're playing Nevermind.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Fantastic,
Thank God
guys.
he's here. Can you imagine?
We're in Melbourne on Saturday.
He does earn his money. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Good to
Thank
talk.
you. Bye.
Installing yourself at Ibiza, that's kind of like your retirement plan, isn't it?
Well, I was...
Take a page out of the...
You know, I was in Europe with my son, as you know, a few weeks ago, and his plan was to go to Ibiza, but apparently I'm too old to get into Ibiza. So...
You can see George and Marc tonight and tomorrow in Melbourne and Sydney, as they mentioned, Sydney Sunday. For tickets and booking information, see our website.
We should so install ourselves in my Ibiza.
That sounds good to me. Still to come.